G'day Friday Vape Clubbers, welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host Squidly Tris, back for another hardware review. Today we are looking at the Tigertek and VapnFagan NADA, not another dripping atomizer. This is a 25mm dual coil, dual airflow little RDA thing. So it's got side airflow and bottom airflow, 25mm as I said. So what we might do is we will jump down, we'll take a look around the atomizer itself, we'll have a look at the packaging, then we'll jump back up top and I will tell you if I recommend it and what the pros and cons are for this little RDA. Here we go. Alright, here we have the NADA, which stands for Not Another Dripping Atomizer. This is made by Tigertek in collaboration with VapnFagan, another YouTube reviewer. So let's take a look around it. It is 25mm in diameter. It does have side top airflow as well as bottom airflow. It's got this really unique sort of knurling pattern, which I kind of dig. I really love the look of this. Up the top, you do have an 810 drip tip with this stupid branding on the side. I think this distracts from the whole look of everything. But an 810 friction fit drip tip up there. You've got easily adjustable airflow for the top middle airflow. And as you start to turn, you can close off 1, you can close off 2, you can close off 3, you can close off 4 in a stepped configuration. So you can have your top airflow completely closed off. Or if you keep spinning, it does open up 2 and then 2. So you can have, these two open, or you can have, those bottom two open. So you kind of got a lot of configurations with the airflow. What happens on one side happens on the other side. Down here is your holes for your 2 bottom airflow posts in the inside. We'll take a closer look at that when we have a look at the deck. And then underneath you've got the NADA RDA. Sorry, I did just clean this. It's just come out of the cleaner. When I say cleaner, I mean the sink. You've got the NADA RDA, VapnFagan, Tigertek. There you go. It is a gold-plated center pin, whether it's the squonk pin or the solid pin. I've got this in squonking mode because that's how I found this RDA to really shine. And it does protrude a fair bit, so I would feel safe and comfortable using this on a hybrid mechanical device. When you take the top section off, which comes off just like this, on the inside it does have the domed effect for your flavors, so you do get pretty good flavor on this. And then this is the deck. One thing I do like about these post holes is these are like 2.5mm post holes, which is awesome because you can fit some massive builds in here. But then they go and top it off by putting grub screws in there. What the fuck? Give me some fucking solid screws, not these pissy little grub screws. Fucking retarded. So what you'll notice in mine is that you've got your posts here for your coils and there's these tubes. So this is your airflow tubes. So at the moment I've got it closed off, but let's take those screws out real quick. So now you can see those airflow tubes. These two are your positive posts. Right, so you have one leg here of your coil, one leg here of your coil, and you want to position it just over this airflow tube, which comes up at sort of like an angle. That way you can get airflow from underneath the coil and from the side, and it will give you the best possible flavor that you can get. You've got a pretty fucking deep juice well. That is a 5mm deep juice well. Plenty of room to tuck your cotton down here, and plenty of room for this to squonk. The squonk pin does protrude. I don't know whether you can see that in there. See how the squonk pin protrudes? So your juice well is going to sort of have a little bit of residual juice in it once the squonk bottle sucks all that juice back down. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much the deck. Let's take a look at the box, shall we? This is the NADA RDA from Tigertek and VapnFagan. You've got his branding up here. You've got NADA down here, Tigertek. There you go. You will see your atomizer in the little screen. You've got some stuff on the side about the company, Tigertek and their shit on the bottom. You've got all their social medias there and the same thing on the top. We push this out. Inside here, you do receive a spare frosted straight 810 drip tip. And then underneath here, you've got your little bag of spares. So inside the spares, you do receive a tri-tool, some spare O-rings, an 810 drip tip adapter, and then you can see all these little screws here. So you can see these sort of fatter ones with the holes in the middle. There are 3 different types of screws for that bottom airflow hole. So you do get a solid one, which is what I've been rocking. You do get a thinner 1.5mm hole, and then you do get the larger 2.5mm holes. So you can kind of restrict that airflow down the bottom. One of the big issues that I have with this, which hopefully I remember to tell you in the cons, but if I don't, I'll tell you here. If you decide you want to change that airflow after you've installed your coils in, it makes it very difficult. You got to pull your build out, put the next one in, put your build back in. That's a little bit of a bitch for me. So I decided long ago when I first got this, I'm going to close off that bottom airflow. I did try it for 1 or 2 days with it open. It was too airy and it leaked for me because I'm an over squonker, like just a fucking over squonker. So I just closed it off. Simple, very easy to use then, and just using this with the side airflow. And to me, it's been fine. But that's it. That's your fucking, that's what's in the box. I didn't get a user manual. Do I need a user manual? Probably not. It's pretty straight fucking forward. That goes on there. That goes on there. That fucking box will go in there, cunt. And that's it. So what we'll do is let's chuck a build in this, and then we'll jump back up top and I'll tell you the pros, the cons, the price, and if I think that is worth a purchase. Let's go. One thing I should point out is that it does give you the ability to cut your legs in here, but if you do, just make sure that you get every little bit of metal from inside this juice well. You don't want any fucking little pieces in here that could potentially short out your atomizer. Alright, so there we had a quick look around the RDA itself and the packaging that it comes with. What we might do is take a quick little vape off this fucker, and then I'll tell you the pros and cons. I've got it on the Bassium, which I reviewed last week. This combo has just sort of stayed together. It's a 0.19 dual coil build, got it at 80 watts. The bottom airflow is closed off, and I'm just rocking the side airflow fully open. Let's take it for a rip. So vapes, which is always a positive in my opinion. If you get some vapors, there's nothing much to it. So let's get into the pros and cons. Let's just get all this fucking vape out of here. Let's get into the pros and cons of this little bitch here. Pro, it feels very sturdy and of solid construction. I'll give it that much. And it kind of looks, I like the look of it. I think the looks are very appealing to me. It's kind of that industrial, almost sort of army-ish kind of look to it. It feels very quality construction. Another pro, but it also could be a con, is when you've got both airflow opens, this thing is fucking airy. It is so airy, it's like just literally breathing. That's how airy it is. I've turned off the bottom airflow. I've put the screws in, as you saw in the up and close, because I found it too airy, and also it leaked, and I'm just never a fan of squonking RDAs with bottom airflow. They don't work. I over squonk, as I'm pretty sure most people do. I don't think I'm alone in that category, and bottom airflow RDAs leak the fuck for me. Another great pro is it does have really good flavor. So even with just the side airflow open, I'm getting some pretty solid flavor. What I've got in here is my own juice. It's called Fandango. I use this pretty much all day, every day, and I know how it should taste. And I'm getting pretty much bang on what it should taste like out of this RDA. Another little pro that I think kind of works for this as a bottom airflow is the bottom airflow tubes, or your bottom airflow slots, are a little bit higher than others, and it's got a little bit more of a deeper juice well, and I think that adds to it. However, like I said, I did get this to leak pretty much within about an hour of me using it. Just by pushing, you never know with a skunk bottle, right? When you're gonna push it, how much juice is gonna come out. This Basium just fucking shoots juice into your RDA, so it did leak with this. It might not on other skonkers that are a little bit harder to press, maybe a little bit of a harder bottle, but with this one, it definitely leaks, so just wanted to point that out for you. Cons. First of all, with just that side airflow open, it's pretty fucking loud. It's smooth airflow, but it's pretty fucking loud. So it does have a little bit of a whistle, a little bit of turbulence there. So bear that in mind. It's not the quietest airflow ever. Cons wise, the tolerances of this top cap, it just literally falls off. See that? There's little to no resistance there, and that top piece comes off. Now, in my opinion, that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't do that. You should be able to pick your mod up by your atomizer. There you go. Oh, no. So I think that just needs, those O-rings, those tolerances need to be tidied up a little bit. Talking about that top cap, another con is there's no locking feature, and this is something that everyone seems to be doing now. You can do a little locking feature on that top cap, which allows you to still adjust the airflow for your coil position, and I think they need that on here. To try and get this mod off, you've really got to grab it from the base and unscrew it. Just something very simple like a little locking feature would make this that little bit better. Another con for me is grub screws for your coil legs. Who the fuck does grub screws for coil legs these days? You've got these massive fucking holes for your coil legs and these massive fucking posts. Put some decent fucking screws in it. Come on, Tigertek. Seriously, get some flatheads or some Phillip heads, anything. Something that's going to give me a little bit more torque, and I'm not going to worry about having to strip out grub screws. And the last one, which is kind of subjective, is this branding on top. I think it looks a little bit fucking stupid. I'm not a fan of it at all. I think that kind of that distracts from the overall aesthetics of the mod itself. I do love the NADA logo down here. I love how it's all blacked out. I love just how black and murdered out this is. And then you've got NADA up the top. It should be called NAGA, not a great atomizer. There's just too many little cons that kind of add up to me with this being sort of below average. And price-wise, well, in Australia here, you can pick up the NADA from Tigertek for around about 40 bucks. It's a little bit pricey for what it is with the little cons that it does have. All in all, it's an okay vape, and it looks okay. It's just those little things that annoy me a little bit. That's it. That's all I've got. Ah, motherfucker. I've got to stop standing close to this fucking thing. That was me funny bone, not so funny. Alright guys, that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And remember guys, keep it cloudy, YouTube. Keep it cloudy. Down for another episode. Ripper.